Okay. So, having gone through many of those tips, let us see how we can use those tips. I am going to look at different categories of problems. Okay. Each category of problem will have a particular way in which we have to solve. I am not going to go through the complete solution methodology, but look at the important clues that will help us solve the problem. Okay. And once we have those clues with us, it is easy for us to realize how to solve the problem. Okay. Now, this is one category of problems. Okay. I have one rigid body here AB connected to two blocks. One block is constrained to move along this slot and another is constrained to move along this slot. Okay. Usually the velocity of this is given and we need to find out the other quantities. Okay. How do we proceed in this particular type of problem? In any of those problems, it is important that we denote the fixed frame axis. Okay. So, in this particular case, the convenient one is an axis that runs through like this. Okay. Say capital X, capital Y. What is known here? The velocity of A. Is it completely known? The answer is yes, because the velocity of block A is given and the direction is constrained along A. Now, let us say we use this and write down the velocity of B. How does it appear? Velocity of B is equal to velocity of A plus velocity of B with respect to A. Another way of writing is velocity of A plus omega cross r of B with respect to A. Either way is fine, alright. What is known here? A is completely known. What else do we know? Do we know r B with respect to A? The answer is yes. Let us say we have been given what is the location of this x B and y A. As you know, x A is equal to 0, y B is equal to 0, and this location is where we need to find out. Let us say sometimes this is given, sometimes the angle is given. The length is given and the angle is given. Any two geometrical values are given, length and angle, or x A and y A, x B and y A. Okay. Given this, the geometry of the current location, remember what I am using here, current location is known. What is this omega? Omega of this, which is like this. What is r B with respect to A? It is like this. So, r B with respect to A is known, omega is known, the answer is no. We know the direction of this. Do we know the direction of this? The answer is yes, we know the direction of this. Okay. Do we know the velocity of this? Answer is no. So, we do not know the velocity of this, we do not know the speed of B, we know the direction of velocity of B, we know the angular, the direction of angular speed, but we do not know the angular speed. How many unknowns are there? Two unknowns. How many equations do I have here? I have something like this, Vb equals Va plus omega cross r. How many equations? Remember, I can form two equations from this, one with respect to capital X direction, the other is with respect to. So, if I write this in terms of capital I and capital J vectors, it becomes easy for me, right. What is Vb? Vb is a direction, velocity of the direction is already, direction of the velocity is already known, which is say Vb, which is the value, times the direction is known to be along I direction, right. Now, I am just going to assume this direction, alright. if I get a value that is negative for Vb, then it will be in the other direction, alright. Whereas for this I know the direction given, Va is some quantity that is given to me. So this is Va that is given and it is directed along J, positive J, that is already known, plus omega cross R, the direction of which is already known to be like this. Do I know this direction? The answer is yes, because I know this direction and I know k direction, which means this direction is known, okay. So let us assume in this particular case, if this is xb and this is ya, what will be the direction? What will be this direction? The direction of this, if this is xb and this is ya, the direction of this is given by the reverse of the ratios, alright. For now let me just put it as sum I plus sum j, okay, and this is the unit direction. I am going to call this as, shall I call this as n direction, okay, where n direction is known, okay. So this is a known direction times omega times r is known, omega is what is to be found out, okay. What else is known here? This has to be found out, everything else is known. Now it is a matter of, supposing I write this as just as, let us say ya I plus xaj divided by ya squared plus xa squared, okay. Is it plus or minus? You will get it to be a minus, okay, this is a minus direction, okay. If this is the case, I have some I component coming here, omega r times ya along I direction, there is no I direction over here, Vb. So I will get Vb equal omega r times ya divided by root of, or let me just call this as L, okay. The total length is L, alright. Now ya is known, L is known, R is known, Vb in terms of omega is what we have here. But on the other hand, if I had taken the other equation, remember J component is missing over here, which means I will be devoid of B. So the best one I could have taken to solve would have been the direction along the J direction, right, which means left hand side is equal to 0, right hand side involves Va, right, minus omega r xa divided by L, okay. This is a quantity that I already know, this is already known, which means omega can be found out. Once I find out omega, I can find out Vb, so I can do that way. There are simpler procedures, I am just giving you an idea that is in general solvable this way. The simpler procedure is here in this particular case, remember the direction of this velocity is along x direction and this is along y direction, okay. Do I know the relationship between xb and yb? The answer is yes, right. Yb and xb are related as xp squared plus yb squared is a constant equal to L, alright. I can use that to find out the relationship between x dot b and y dot a, right, simply by doing a differentiation, okay, and the relationships can be immediately found out, okay. As you know, it will be dependent on xb dot, yb, ya dot is already known, which means I can find out xb dot immediately, okay. That is a simpler solution. I am just showing this because in general it is easier to solve it in this particular way. Now, we looked at this particular problem in two different ways. One was writing it as Vb equals Va plus omega cross r, right. The other one is looking at this, since Vb direction is known, Va direction is known, this is nothing but xb dot and this is nothing but yb dot. I am looking at only magnitudes, okay. I am sorry, ya dot, and I also have xa square plus xb square plus ya squared is equal to L square, and remember this length is maintained constant, it is a rigid body, and therefore there is a relationship between xb and ya which can be exploited directly in order to take the derivatives. So, you have 2 xb dot plus 2 ya dot is equal to 0, and you can use this in order to directly get what will be this particular thing, okay. So, that is the other method. There is also a third way of doing it, okay, which is often seen in many of the textbooks, okay. Do I know the direction of velocity of A? The answer is yes. Do I know the velocity direction of velocity of B? The answer is yes. So, let us say this is the direction of A, okay. Geometrically speaking, this is the velocity of A. So, I have this which is VB. Remember, this is perpendicular to this line AB, okay. So, if I have that perpendicular line drawn here, so let us say this is the line AB. If I draw the perpendicular line here, VA plus VB with respect to A equals VB, alright. Now, this is perpendicular, okay. I can simply do a projection in order to find out what is VB, okay. It becomes very simple. If I take the projection of VB with respect to A onto VA, the components have to match, right. That does not involve VB, means I can solve for omega cross r here, okay. That is similar to what we saw here, but looking at it as a pictorial set of quantities. So, this is the method of triangle of vectors, okay. It can be triangle of vectors or method of vectors. You use the geometry in order to solve this problem, okay. This is a vector method and this is a geometry method, okay. Sometimes people use this method also, especially when you know the directions of each one of those velocities. I know the direction of this, I know the direction of this, I know the direction of this, and I know the angle. The moment I know these, it is possible for me to use triangle in order to solve the problem. For example, if I know the angle of this, I need to, let us say I have the angle of this, then I can say VA by sine of this angle is equal to VB by sine of this angle is equal to VB with respect to A by sine 90, okay. So, I can get easily quantities that I need, alright. Usually these are the ways in which people solve the problem.